It's my turn to be the arse bearer.
Absolute no escape.
Sometimes wish I could get distracted. Who's that? That's Tamara Drewe. Good God, what's happened to her?
She had a nose job, Dad. Oh. I love your new hooter.
It's not actually new, it's just smaller.
Gemma Arterton's nose and bottom in British director Stephen Frears' new movie, Tamara Drewe. Frears created movies like The Queen and High Fidelity and is known for being an extraordinary director.
Captain Frears.
Colonel Frears.
No one's ever called me that.
He's inspired by our captain.
I don't think there is such a person. I'm really nice.
He's got this really endearing quality. It's a little bit sort of grumpy and self-deprecating, but he's so lovable with that.
And this is directing according to the lovable Mr. Frears.
Well, you have to have breakfast and be generally shouted at, and people come and ask you questions. It's a complete nightmare.
But that's your job, to be shouted at.
To be shouted at, to be harried, yes. I'm a tragic figure.
Ah, the cruel lot of the artistic genius. The writers in this movie come to the farm to get inspired. The actors have their own sources of inspiration.
Every time I see a good play, it makes me really, really desperate to do well at acting.
The inspiration is when I read the script and think, oh, this is, worth getting out of bed for.
It's so unglamorous and so ultimately and quite often really boring being on a film set.
By the time you're making the film, you're worn out and you're having to deal with all these helpless people who surround you.
And so to remind yourself of how much it means to people and be amongst an audience in a cinema while a film is playing. Last night I was doing the same and thinking, oh God, look, Tamara Drewe's about to come out, and while we're actually in it, it can really reignite your passion.
And Dominic Cooper's character is certainly passionate. He plays an arrogant drummer in eyeliner who tries to seduce Tamara with his novelty footwork.
Yeah, well, everything you've heard about drummers is complete shit.
You mean they don't spontaneously combust?
No. Only sometimes.
As a lucky bonus, he was able to get on stage with his brother Nathan, who's a musician.
He's always been in bands, and I've always been going to some grubby venues around London to watch him with an audience participation of 4. So to be on stage with him, and I've always kind of copied him and tried to be in bands myself. Yeah, it was a dream come true, actually. It was great.
Tamara Drewe returns to her hometown to sell her parents' house, but her visit causes quite a stir in the village. The local men find her particularly interesting.
She's single, you know.
What do you have to do to get a cup of tea around here?
Make it. Tea, sugar, fridge.
She's completely different.
I couldn't agree more.
He never grew up.
In his trousers.
It's your house?
Yeah. Do you want to buy it?
No. I want something else.
After her sexy roles in Quantum of Solace, Clash of the Titans and Prince of Persia, now Gemma Arterton's microscopic shorts confirm her official sexpot status.
Obviously, it's quite strange, but it's also kind of cool.
It's good to be a sex pot. It's better than a Debbie Downer, isn't it?
I wish she was my daughter.
Don't tell your daughter that.
I think I've said it publicly, so it's too late.
Gemma Arterton and her bottom in Tamara Drewe in cinemas now.
I didn't know they provided material too.